Hey everyone, it is LCID932 on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be episode 6. Episode 6. I'm going through these fast and furious so I can get them out and you can certainly enjoy them. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. We're having great discussion in the comment section. And if you want to get in on it, you'll have to join us there. So let me grab my notes for episode 6. We start with Anise and Willie. Anise and Willie are liking what they see. He says he's 6'3". She said, "Ooh, that's a magical number." Anything Willie says, Anise is like, "Ooh, that's wonderful. Ooh, that's great. Ooh, just ooh." And he just is commenting on how beautiful she is, could not believe her age. She is older than him. He says she is exceptional at 62. And you are right, Willie. You have not told a lie. He takes his jacket off because it's getting hot. And he keeps getting her middle name wrong. He keeps saying Patrice, and it's Patricia. But she's okay with that. Every time he made the mistake, that's okay. It's Patricia, but that's okay. Willie's from Chicago. He said his best vacation was in Africa. And Anise shared that she has been to Africa and she spent quite a bit of time in Bali and she loved it. Anise said he is reading her. I said no. He's not reading you, Anise. You just told him you like adventure. You just told him you like to travel. He's just repeating what you said. So that's why I said no. He's not reading you. He is listening. He likes that she is smart and she's just racking up the points when she mentioned her doctorate. And she seemed a little hesitant at first to see his reaction when she said she got her doctorate, and you see her kind of shrink within herself a bit. But his response allowed her to just blossom into her full self. So he says he wants another 2-hour session with her. As a matter of fact, just to be on the safe side, he needs 3 hours with her. And both of them agreed it just went by so fast. Then he gets a middle name wrong again. Then, it hits her, she's like, when he was putting the number into the phone, he gave her the phone to put in the name. He wants to make sure that the name is in there. And he's like, "Did you save it or not? Let me look for it and see that I can find it." He's like, "I don't want to go and later on I'm looking for it and it's not there." And I'm like, Willie, how many times has this happened before? Willie, for you to actually say this, like, "I want to make sure it's in here, that you actually did save it." How many young ladies, or just ladies, have done that to you, say they saved it and just walked away? I'm keeping my eye on you, Willie. I am keeping my eye on you. He walks her to the car and they are holding each other's hands tightly. And he said he will plan an adventurous date next time. She meets with her daughter after the date. She feels the shiver me tenders. I was like, yeah, aesthetically pleasing will get folks very far. So they do talk about the date. And the daughter tells her about the Big Willie comment, because she did say, "Oh, did we call it Big Willie?" Anise did not know that Big Willie was a euphemism. She was in shock. So she will allow Willie to take the lead, but she does feel giddy about all of this. But let's put the brakes on this, because Willie got 5 kids. Willie has 5 kids. And I would need to know more about this. And I'm hoping Anise did too, while she's going along with dating Willie. So Willie does call her later. As I said, I am going to continue with the entire episode for one person at a time rather than having you bounce around. Willie does call her. They joke about the Big Willie comment. She touches the screen at the wrong part, because he said, "Touch the screen and just feel my energy." And she touches it where he can't see. He blew her a kiss and she's just cheesing, smiling, said her cheeks hurt. She's smiling so much. That was so wonderful to see both Willie and Anise being so open and vulnerable, and just the beginnings of something wonderful. So then we have Nate. Nate X is there again. at the house, but I guess she has to be there because she's helping him in his journey. He thinks the flower mess up helped his date open up and kind of work the kinks out, because since he was flustered, she was able to relax. He does not, he does not look at his ex. I noticed when he's talking about these dates, he is looking around. He doesn't look her in the eye, talking about how he sees these women as wonderful. I'm watching, y'all. She tells him, he did a good job in, breaking down the lady's walls and getting her to talk to him. So we have a new person, Greg. Greg is entering this whole season. And I'm like, this is kind of late. We had episode 6. We got a few more to go. Greg is 61. He's divorced. He's been single for 12 years. He's been divorced twice. Okay. He has 2 sons. One is special needs. He later tells us his son has cerebral palsy, and that son uses a tablet to speak for him. So he says that online dating is time consuming and frustrating. He wants a family person who has strong faith and is quite pretty. Logan does visit him, and he said in his first marriage, having a son with cerebral palsy was challenging, and if he could go back there, he would have had a conversation with himself and his wife. But he said they divorced in 1999, and he married again in 2003. 4 years later, he remarried, and he blended 7 kids. So he came with 2. She came with 5. That's a lot, Greg. But I see you love, I guess, big family and love being part of a family. He said it was stressful, blending, and they divorced in 2012. Okay? He said he has learned and he is willing to continue to learn, but he needs physical attraction. Logan says, there may not be immediate attraction because not many women fit the bill of looking like Penelope Cruz or Jennifer Aniston like he wants. The regular woman. Yes, Penelope Cruz and Jennifer Aniston are, they are not in their 30s, but what she's trying to say is the average woman you're going to find today is not going to look like them. So just be open to this. So she grants him a date with Kelly. Kelly's 59. She was married 26 years and divorced. She is 11 years single, has 4 kids, and is a dental hygienist. They had a big hug, and he says he feels underdressed. He seems to like her, likes her smile. I love her cute pink glasses. And she invites him to water ski. They're on the lake. That's why she wanted that date at the bar of the lake. She said her family water skis and is in water skiing tournaments. This is the first time I've heard of that. I don't know, Greg, if you've heard of that before, but I have never heard of water skiing as a tournament. But she's got some skill. She gets him to try it, and he just keeps on trying. And I like that about Greg. Greg was so open to learning. He didn't give up. He couldn't hold on to the rope, so they put him on one of the sides. I forgot what they called it. And he just held on and had the skis just going. He had a great time. They had a great time. She gets him to, keep on trying. And then later on, they're sitting at the back of the boat enjoying a drink. She says she had a great time. She will go out again if he makes the effort. And Greg says he's not sure yet. I'm thinking that Greg is feeling some pain. I'm thinking that Greg is like, I am working some muscles on this water ski that I ain't used in a while. Not saying Greg ain't fit and ain't in it, but sometimes when you do a different kind of movement, it hits you hard. It hits you different. We go to Lori. Lori has another date. This time it is Martin. Martin is 55, never been married, 3 kids, owner of an HVAC company, and they have a candle making date. Now, this is up Lori's alley. Remember, at her house, she's got candles everywhere. And it's like, I don't know what it is. She and Suzanne had tons of candles. So it turns out they have met before, but this time he remembers her. She doesn't remember him. Interesting turn of events, because the other date with Ty, she kept saying his face looked familiar, but this time she didn't know Martin. So Martin's found out that they go to the same church, and that could be where he's seen her before. But he says she's very particular. She is very, very particular, he says. And he is quiet. That's one thing I looked at him. He allowed her to talk, 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 talk. And he just stayed quiet. One thing I did not like about this date, the assistant at the candle baking place kept hovering, hovering. Give them all the instructions, give them the drinks, and leave, because it was distracting me seeing her walk behind them constantly. I don't like that hovering. So Martin did express that he has 3 kids and 6 grandkids from those 3 kids, and he has moved his mom in to take care of her. And he is becoming an ordained deacon. He does like aggressive women, because she did ask. And she says he said he liked it in doses, but the woman got no one to turn it off. I don't know if Lori know how to turn it off, Martin. I don't know. So he has, a limit to parties for himself, not for his significant other. And he asked if she will have a birthday party, since she mentioned her birthday's coming up. And she starts and hawing. But she gives him an invitation reluctantly. It was like, well, since I mentioned it and now you know, I might as well be polite. Lori says he seems kind and supportive, but can he fit in her world? Lori, I'm going to say this. You need to fit in his world too. Lori, you need to fit in his world too. When you're coming together with a person, it's not just about them fitting into yours. Your world also needs to leave room to fit into his. So let's look into that too. So she does call Logan after the date. She said the candle maker was great, but she said she invited him to her party, and she was in an airport in the beginning, but then she calmed down and she allowed the conversation to flow with Martin. So it is promising for her growth, but I don't know if she's going to be dating Martin. We're going to see. Pam talks about her 3rd date with her granddaughter. She likes his smile. She does want another date and will reach out to him. She always wanted to know someone in Atlanta. Remember, this is Dwight, the tour operator, that she said, I want to work with you. She said the worst case scenario is they can be great friends. Suzanne, for her next date, she has Jeff. Jeff is 59, divorced twice, 10 years single, 3 kids, director of an automotive industry. She comes in looking amazing. Suzanne, I love all of your outfits. All of your outfits are really, really nice. But this dress for this wine tasting, Suzanne, you looked amazing. So Suzanne said that Jeff is a silver fox. And I was like, if you grow the hair out a little bit, just a little bit longer, Jeff, you may look like Kenny Rogers. I'm just saying. Let me know. I'll have his picture up. Let me know if you think Jeff looked like Kenny Rogers if he grew his hair out. So she says she needs him to loosen up. He's a bit quiet, but he's got great hair. He loves the Bulldogs, and he watches every week. So she's just like, points. But I'm like, he's a little too laid back, and he's a little too chill. Okay? He tells her about his job. He retired for a few months, and he said he got to go back to work because he needed something to do. And they have that in common. Remember, Suzanne said, hey, I couldn't just sit at home. So he talked about traveling to Italy with his daughters. She loves Italy. She also said that, her family lived in Saudi Arabia for a while, and they both speak some Arabic. Jeff just came out and said he knew a few phrases. Hello, how are you? They had this little, brief encounter. I thought that was so cute. He does say that he likes that she explores new things. Suzanne says it was an intriguing date and she is open for a second. There is potential there. Jeff said he's open to it and he likes class and sophistication in a woman. Remember, Suzanne said that Avery was it was going too fast, it was a little too rapid fire for her. And now Jeff is more calm, chill, relaxed. And we will see how this goes. So that is the end of episode 6. Please take a moment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.